Number 270 in the Masters of Cinema series is The Hunchback of Notre Dame, starring Lon Chaney, a movie I've long wanted to see. This one was more complicated of a plot than I expected. We have, yes, Esmeralda, Quasimodo are kind of pairing for the movie, the kind of mythos that was built around these characters, but we've got lots more going on as well. We've got Clopin, who's kind of the head of all the beggars and the street urchins. We have Don Claudio, which is a priest working within Notre Dame. We've got his brother Jehan. We have Phoebus, who is a kind of general who is engaged to Fleur de Lis, a woman whom he kind of pushes aside for Esmeralda. They've got all these kind of different things going on that creates a really dense plot. But what I like about this one is it really jumps in and gives us all these characters right at the start, all interacting, all with their own little title card, telling us little character traits about them that just throws us straight into the characters here. And because there's so much going on, we're often quickly moving from scene to scene. It's not one of those silent movies where you're sticking with a scene for a particularly long period of time. It's moving, it's cutting, it's changing, and it really builds up that impactful story, and I really like that. Now, Lon Chaney's Quasimodo character is by far and away the star of the show. The other actors are pretty good, but this performance is larger than life, aided by the makeup, aiding by his posture, how he dances around the sets is just wonderful. And whenever he's on screen, it just lights up the screen. His performance is wonderful. The way he's constantly sticking out his tongue, the way he is looking down on everybody from up top, the way he scales down the actual Notre Dame in an entrance, which is just fantastic. When you get to the meat of the story, you've got Phoebus, who really kind of wants Esmeralda, who is a gypsy who's been taken in by someone and raised as their own. Clopin, a kind of street master, his daughter is a dancer. Phoebus is above her station, but they decide to kind of start a romance of sorts, putting out Fleur de Lis' nose in the same way. And there is lots of kind of machinations that will bleed into this of people who don't want Esmeralda to marry this person, who maybe do want that. And it comes into this giant melodrama of sorts, which moves really kind of quickly through the story elements to this gigantic finale that is just jaw-dropping to watch. And I found is, although the stories were interesting with the other characters, although it kept the plot moving, I kept wishing I was back to Quasimodo and seeing more of his antics, because he's such a wonderful character. A performance that just larger than the screen, like I said, larger than the movie. It's just so awe-inspiring. The way that Lon Chaney creates this character who just looks down on everybody, who falls for Esmeralda because she's someone that's willing to help him in his time of need. There are so many fantastic sequences in this that are just terrific. We have a moment with our street people, the beggars, who have their own little area of the world that they can just kind of hide away in and be their own selves, and to see them shake off any kind of deformities or any kind of limps or anything that caused them to be or look disabled was such a weirdly haunting sequence. To see these characters almost breaking back into the mould of normal humanity from the contorted shapes that they had, there was something really haunting about seeing that image. The large riot at the end of this with a wealth of extras as they tackle Notre Dame was just awe-inspiring. to see the fevered performance of Quasimodo as he tries to kill or stop people getting in was just unbelievable. It was a larger than life movie. It was one that really moved along and had a lot of characters, didn't take its time. It had so many sort of plots to hit, probably because it's based on a book, that it kept it so fantastic, so entertaining to watch. I loved the score as well, which I found really drove the movie, really added a lot of the atmosphere, and was just perfect for this kind of film. Hunchback of Notre Dame is one of my favourite silent movies I think I've ever seen on one watch. I just loved it. I thought it was terrific. And yes, I wanted more Quasimodo, but I did enjoy the other characters as well. Let's have a look at the disc and see what kind of extras we get in this one. Here we are in the disc for the Hunchback of Notre Dame. First up we have the film with the score by Nora, Kroll, Rosenbaum and Laura Karpman. Next up we have the film with a commentary by Kim Newman and Stephen Jones. As usual, it's fascinating. These two guys really get into the film, and there's even an F-bomb drop by Kim Newman that's bleeped out, which is incredibly fun. Then we have Kim Newman on the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is a 22-minute 47 talking head, and he goes into the history of the novel, how it was changed into the movie, what changed exactly, moving forward from there into other adaptations, as well as Lon Chaney's involvement with the project. Lastly, here we have Jonathan Rugby on the Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is 35 minutes 27 seconds in length. Jonathan Rugby goes into the production side of things, Lon Chaney's part in it, how the movie moved forward after the production, how everything came about, talking about Chaney's involvement with the screenplay and the production, the size of the production, how it took over Universal's massive lots, and they recreated a full-size replica of the Notre Dame. It's fascinating just to get into some of that detail, and that's it for the disc of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. There we have it. The discs, it's got some great extras there. As well as that, you get the slipcover of this wonderful artwork on the initial print run, and a booklet inside. There is an essay by Philip Kemp, which is pretty good, but it's overshadowed by a kind of reprint of a souvenir programme that was first printed when the movie came out, and that just offers an insight into a time, a place, a whole wealth of information, lots of artwork for various posters as well within the booklet. Great package. Masters of Cinema do it yet again. I just can't rate this highly enough. I think you should check it out. If you're a fan of silent cinema, get on it. You've probably already seen it. Definitely pick up this disc. It is amazing. I would love to know your thoughts on the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Let me know in the comment box below what you think of it. Is it something you're interested in? Are you going to pick it up? Let me know. We'll have a little discussion down there. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. Don't forget to hit this button, this video with a like, because apparently it helps somehow. And in the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support me and my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.